I know everybody out there has seen Will Smith's Instagram. I'm a fan of him and Will Smith. I like them a lot. So I watched the Red Table.
Him and Will Smith?
Him. I thought I said I like them a lot.
Them who? His family?
Oh, I didn't say. Dang it.
Oh man.
Okay.
Hell are you? No! No!
That's terrible. We don't gotta start over.
All right, so Red Table Talk. Let's get into it. Dwight and I saw the video first and I sent it to Dwight, and I don't know if any other woman is like this with their man, but I was like, I need to see if he's going to see exactly what I saw in this video. I need to know that he gets it when I send it to him. So I'm already thinking in my mind how I want him to respond, right? So I sent him the video and I was like, yo, you gotta watch the video. So we talk every day at like 9:30. Every day without fail, unless he's pissed at me or I'm pissed at him, whatever. We talk every day at 9:30. He calls me when he's on his way to work, and he'll be like, we'll just have regular conversation. So anyway, he calls and I was like, did you watch the video? You gotta watch the video. He didn't watch the video, so he called me back on lunch. He said the video was dope. And yo, that's just how we did it. That's how we met. It was kind of like the same vibe. And I was like, yes, he got it. He got it. Like we could be on one of them game shows.
I wouldn't take it that far.
Anyway, I was like, he understands why I sent him the video. You know how we try to be cute or something like that. Because honestly, the way that they had met, they had been in contact a few times and there was an attraction, but just kind of like for whatever reason they just went their own way. Well, we're gonna tell you how we met. So I'm gonna let Dwight start it off because I'm not gonna tell you how he had already, had some situations set up. But let's go ahead.
Why you always gotta be extra?
Okay.
Oh, acting so yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it was pretty interesting how our situation came about. Like, we met, how many years was that? Was it 2009? Somewhere in 2009. So that's what, 9 years?
9 years.
Ago? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we met 9 years ago. That's a long ass time ago. Now that I'm thinking
Anybody
about
from Baltimore know about the AFRAM?
Yeah.
That's how we met at the AFRAM.
Through a mutual friend. She know who she is when she end up watching this. But yeah, we met at the AFRAM, and honestly, it was one of those things where it's like we kind of hit it off just through conversation or whatever, and of course we both thought that the other person was attractive, but she fine. She was on my body. You hear me?
Well, his body was quite nice.
All right.
Oh, you don't want me to? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we met at the AFRAM, and then of course, you know what I'm saying, we kind of kept in touch and everything like that. But my situation at the time was like wild,
Nah, tell him.
I was like literally, I was all over the place. You know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, things wasn't really too stable with my situation. So
I was honestly, really stable.
I honestly just felt like, you know what I'm saying, cool shorty or whatever, but I didn't really have much to offer. So it was just one of those. It was just one of those things. Like, we met, we kicked it off or whatever, but maybe, you know what I'm saying, later on, maybe in due time or whatever. So I actually ended up moving. Ended up, you know what I'm saying, getting, you know what? And I'm gonna tell y'all, it's just like this. Just like how when y'all be seeing them memes about dudes that need places to stay so they be getting girlfriends. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That was I'm that meme. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. It's not right. At that time, I was going through a little rough spot, and I was like, first little shorty that give me some attention, cook a little meal or something, I'm about to just move in.
And you know what? It's true what they say too, ladies. You gotta stand your ground, because the reason why he wasn't in my home with me is because I had certain standards, and I didn't even have to say that to him. I didn't, have to voice it, and it wasn't like I wasn't telling you I wasn't here for you, or I don't feel where you was at, but he just didn't feel that he could even approach me. Not that I wasn't approachable, because I was being friendly towards him and I was attracted to him, But I think at that point he knew, like, nah, she's not gonna go for it.
She just on a different level. That's just how I felt about it. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm just the type, like, if I don't really have much to offer, I'm not gonna be trying to pursue nothing serious with you, because I can't really treat you the way how I want to treat you. But we'll segue into this other situation. So, cool shorty, everything like that. From what I knew of her at the time, everything was good. We kind of hit it off or whatever. But like I said, I'm not even gonna lie, it was more of a this works for me right now kind of situation.
And hold on. This works for him, but you know, you also felt obligated because there was somebody who was caring for you. So
don't speak for me. Don't speak for me. She's not gonna Dr. Phil this situation. I'm gonna tell y'all straight the real. So, like I said,
oh God,
me and Shorty, we hit it off or whatever. Cool. You know what I mean? But it was one of those things where she ended up getting pregnant, and I was like, yo, I like her, but do I like her this much? That was just me. I still was like, you know what? First child, I'm going to make sure that we try to make this thing work out, everything like that, stuck together. But, you know, slowly but surely, you know, no matter how much I was trying to force it and things like that, it's not like she was, you know what I'm saying, treating me wrong or anything, you know, crazy, but it just wasn't there, you know? It was me being preoccupied mentally, like, yo, I already don't think that this is going to work out. And, you know, I took it a little bit further than it probably should have went. You know, asked her to marry me, all that other crazy stuff. Mind you, still know Maria. We're not talking or nothing like that, but
we were
still,
social.
We still communicate every so often.
Nothing out of bounds, like where it was like, it was just through like social media.
Exactly.
Like that.
But this whole time, you know what I'm saying, we still know of each other, whatever. Even sometimes we would talk just about just my current situation because we were just friends, you know? And then she never was on no, like, because we weren't even pursuing each other, nothing like that. So it wasn't like she was trying to drop things in my ear like, oh, leave it alone or this and that. She was like, yo, y'all got a child, another child, whatever. Y'all need to try to figure this out. Do this and that. So, like, honestly, she was just trying to give me good advice. Plus, she was, like, one of those, like, spiritual guidance kind of friends that you might have where she was like, yo, you need to go pray about it. You need to do this. You need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Everything like that. So I was getting, like,
that's
mad.
the long way of saying I'm churchy.
I was getting mad, like, wholesome advice from her. So eventually, though, you know what I mean, even though trying to stick it out, we had, you know, moved to a whole other state and everything like that, and it just wasn't coming together. So actually it was, I can't remember when it was that we broke up. I forget.
So he's missing the whole part because it's not gonna make sense if he just said when we broke up. You said I forgot what. Oh, you talking about you and her?
Yeah,
oh, okay,
me
never
and her
mind.
broke
Never
up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And once I kind of was traveling back and forth to Maryland and everything like that, I started seeing more of her. And not even like dating or anything like that, but it wasn't just like, oh, the social media stuff. It was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? You up the street, I'm gonna holler at you, like that kind of thing.
We were really friends. I mean, like, when I say it's everything to marry your friend, marry somebody you know in and out, I'm talking about we knew each other's secrets, like real secrets. So we was just cool. I mean, honestly, I had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, you know, because he was all for, listen, I'm not waiting to marriage to have sex and all this kind of stuff. And at that point where I was in my life, I just, you know, once that situation had dissolved, I was in a different place too, just in my life, just trying to put some things together. We were in our early 20s, and I was just like, I gotta get my ish together type deal. So I went with it. I didn't force anything, and we really truly became friends. And to this day, like, this is my dude. Like, that's my friend.
Best friend, yeah, you better fuck it up. Best friend, won't you throw it in a circle, yeah.
That's Will and Jada. They were, you know, once they got to know each other, they became so deeply involved with each other. And I think that same thing happened. It was just a connection, and we kept avoiding it before because of situations, or because we just kind of, it was like slow misses, we just kept missing each other for whatever reason. So, just like Will and Jada, when it was meant to be, Will said, I knew. I called her and said, well, you finna be my girl. It was the same way.
It was similar,
Yeah.
Like, I had to make the decision that we was going to be together because she was dating.
Wait.
I was dating, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. And, but neither one of us had made like a commitment to one another or whatever.
I really wasn't trying to.
She was on some, I'm not trying to have a man. And I'm like, so why are you dating?
Well,
if you're not trying to man?
I had just gotten out of a long-term relationship, and I just, it was really, really, some really, really heavy church stuff. It was just, I needed time to be me, or figure out who me was at the moment. So dating him was kind of like, you got a kid. Like, I'm not really ready to be responsible. Like, I'm not really ready to be a mom.
But the thing is, I knew that she was going to be a good mom because she got a nephew, right? And this little boy, if you seen her, you seen him. You know what I'm saying? And I see how she took care of him. I forget what was the first thing she made for me was like a ranch chicken wrap, Caesar chicken wrap or whatever. You just cook like the chicken.
Yeah.
But even still, I was like, this joint is banging, this and that. I was acting with the extras. I ain't even eat Caesar, nothing. But
I didn't know he didn't like Caesar salad at the time.
I still ate it. I ain't care. But I just realized that like there was so many good qualities about her that kind of just was like, nah, she really could be like that one. You know what I mean?
I think that speaks volumes for any man who has been in a relationship where they committed to the point of marriage. Either they came to the point where they was like, yeah, this didn't really work out. I kind of knew it from the jump, but I was kind of just trying to make it go, or and I think, because I was in a long-term relationship before, and I'm thinking at some point there's going to be marriage. It's got to be marriage, right? That felt one way. And he was a good dude, whatever we had to dissolve. But when I was dating, there was friendships made, there were courtships made, it was fun had, but when I met him, I had no desire to, anyway, I had no desire to even see anybody else, and I had to really force myself not to want him the way I did. I was like, no. But he did. So I really tried to push him away.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Tell the story.
What story?
Go ahead. Exactly. There's so many times you played me. Yo, son, this was when I was done with her. Because mind you, like I said, like I said. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take Shorty on like a date, like official drink, like, yo, this me and you, we kicking it, right?
First of all, I didn't realize we had kicked it so much. I thought we was just chilling.
Where we went? The sushi spot in Baltimore?
No, we went to the Indian spot with the hookah.
Alright, so Friday night, we go out, having a good time, dinner, you know what I'm saying? We walking around the harbor, hookah.
You proposed to me with the sushi spot.
Oh, that's okay. All right. Food is food. But still, so we walking, we hanging out, we chilling downtown, this and that, right? Yo, she gets a phone call, right? And I'm not going to say who this person is because you don't even know what this happened to this day. But yo, she gets a phone call while, mind you, we holding hands. We holding hands. We holding hands.
I don't remember holding hands in public.
Strolling,
I'm not really a
we hold, cause you was
PDA
like,
type.
Cause you was like, oh, we in Baltimore, ain't nobody out here that we know.
Whoa, I didn't say that. That don't even sound like me.
Let me finish. So we walking, holding hands, fam, strolling down the harbor.
It was probably like a flirtatious,
She on the phone, and then she like, oh yeah, me and Dwight, we just down here at the harbor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we just hanging out. And you said something about your homeboy or something.
No, I said we chilling. And
she
was like, y'all been hanging out a lot. I said, that's my homie. Or something like that.
That's what she said. And I was like,
but to this day, he's still my homie.
I was
so, why he
like,
was offended?
yo, it touched my heart. I was like, oh, you just gonna hit me with that friend zone? I'm out here. I'm getting dinner, hookah. I'm spending quality time. Yo, y'all know that quality time I'm spending. And we hold the hands. I was like, yo, you on the phone telling somebody I'm your homie?
So he was all right.
I left her right there.
He did not just leave me. We
and
was in the middle of Baltimore.
Where did we go?
We went back to the.
Where did we go?
Hold on.
Back to the hotel.
The date was over.
So that's the other thing. We at the hotel kicking it, but you telling people I'm your homie. I'm like, yo,
he got hotels all the time. That was nothing.
Listen, I'm too cute for you to be on the phone talking about, oh, I'm with my homie. No. So we get back to the room. We go to bed. Whatever. The next day, took her back to the crib, and then we broke up.
No.
We broke up.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Fast forward.
If you're not gonna start claiming me, we can't be together.
He didn't do that.
I'm not hanging out with you no more.
So this is when Instagram first started.
What about Instagram now?
This is when
Oh my goodness.
First started. Instagram? He tried it. He gonna put up a picture of him in this 7-Eleven cup full of Henny.
I was sad.
He was some sad caption, right? But hold on. Why he texted me shortly after he posted a picture talking about, I really loved you.
It was a drunk text, yo.
You just said it had the Henny. Hold on. I really loved you, and I thought you loved me too. I said, yo, this joker just pulled a me. He went female. He just pulled a me on me. You know how females, we be like, you gotta pull the L word out there, see if he's serious.
I don't even remember this text.
Pull out the L word. Yeah, lies. I got receipts, baby. Don't let him fool you. But, we'll throw it out there just like, oh, let's just throw out the L word, see if he's serious. See what he say back. Mind you, this had been...
What you say back?
Months.
What you say back?
I didn't say anything. I said, can we talk? I said, I text you. I didn't say nothing. I texted him back. I said, we need to talk, because he showed up the next day.
What you mean?
At church. My dad's a pastor. He showed up at church, spoke to everybody but me.
I needed the Lord.
How you gonna show up to my church? His best friend, her daddy a pastor. Okay, he was in Dean. It's that like 86 churches to one block. It was so many churches. He came all the way to Perryville.
I needed the Lord that day.
Anyway, he came. He crossed the bridge, paid the toll.
I heard they had a banging choir.
Paid the toll, baby. Came to the church, and he was looking really, really spectacular. I ain't gonna lie, but it kind of pissed me off. Like, yo, because I was the type. You said that's it. I left it alone. Like, I kind of like. Boom. So you show up at church. He just knew what he was doing. He showed up at church. And so I texted him. I said, we need to talk. Because in my mind, you can't just be showing up at church. That's where my mom and my dad is. Whatever. Anyway, he going to be like, it really hurt my feelings. And I was like, this joker said something hurt his feelings. And the way he was opening up to me at that moment, even though he trying to fool y'all, he was dead serious. He was, because anybody knows Dwight, when he is drinking, whatever he says is ball, baby. That's what it is. Please trust whatever he says when he's drinking. So, he was just like, really, we talked about us. We talked about his son, just a lot of stuff. Sitting in a car. I used to take him to these back roads off where the farms were, just because of stuff I like to do. And I had to be like, before I left, small tidbit, my dad said, you playing and you're going to miss out on your blessing. He had also told me,
shout out Mr. K.
He had also told me, this is before he met Dwight, before I met Dwight, he said, I don't know why I think you're going to meet your husband. He's going to be like from North Carolina or something. My dad's like that all the time. He says stuff and it just comes true. He wasn't from North Carolina, but he was living in North Carolina when he decided to come back and we decided to, talk. So anyway, that's how my dad knew the connection between him and I was just like, you playing, you're going to miss out on your blessings. So I called him back and we met and we talked. And I was like, I'm sorry, And from that point on, our communication has been like that. I mean, we were close before, but it was kind of different. We were like, boys. But he communicated in a way that a man had never communicated to me before. You know, his intentions. He gave me his intentions with me, for me, you know, stuff like that. You like, dang, bro, you really, you know, next level with it. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't dealing with dudes who were being honest. So, you know, fellas, take notes. Even if he was playing me, he got me. You know what I'm saying? Take notes.
It's like you bag him, yeah. But nah, I think it was just since we had built up so much as friends. You know what I'm saying? Even like what was it? 4 or 5 years? What, 3, 4 years, something like that?
So it was about 3 years when we finally
from beginning to
yeah,
something like that. Whatever. But either way. You know what I mean? Even when it came time for, because we made it like official that we were together.
In August. But we dated a whole year before that.
Yeah, so
we made it official in July. I'm sorry.
July. And then, like, honestly, I was like, I'm not even going to wait. I'm not even really playing with this because I ain't really trying to bang with nobody else anyway.
That's what he said to me. He was like, I don't want nobody else, and I know you don't want nobody else. No, that's what he meant. He was like, I don't want nobody else, and I know you don't want nobody else, so you need to just go ahead and be with me.
Pretty much. You just gotta be assertive. You just gotta be assertive. Yeah.
So yeah, that's how, and that's, I thought about it instantly when Will Smith was like, are you single? I'm single, so you my girl now.
Yeah.
And just somehow I just became his girl.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But yeah, July, we made it official or whatever. July, August. And I actually married me in September.
On my grandmother's birthday.
Yeah, because I knew it was I already knew anyway. And then plus I was like, you know what? It's an important date to her. So why not just make it happen then?
Pay attention, fellas. Pay attention because these are things that I talked to him about when we were friends.
Over that time, yeah.
I never came out my mouth and said September 11th is, you need to remember this day for me. And ladies, again, if he's interested in what you have to say, he'll remember these things. He'll think about these things. Do not force that. You don't got to ask him like, are you listening to me or whatever. You'll know by his actions and when he speaks to you because literally, I mean, he took me to my favorite spot in Baltimore, which at the time was XS. Everybody know about XS. It's still there. It's still good. And then we went down to the park, and that was my favorite place, down by the water. And he proposed on my grandmother's birthday. It was just very important. He paid attention to detail, and it was dope. I didn't tell nobody that day either.
Yeah. Oh, nah. Wasn't y'all in the house like yelling and screaming that night?
First of all, nobody was yelling and screaming.
You was hyped, yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I was going through. I had mixed emotions. I had mixed emotions because we had just technically started being boyfriend and girlfriend in August, and I was like, I'm pretty sure this is not how it's supposed to work. And I had a timeline in my head. So that's a good point. Oh
yeah, this daggone timeline.
I had a timeline.
So dry. So dry.
So, I planned to date until I was about date different people, not get serious until I was about 25. And I met him, maybe a little bit before then. But I wanted to get married at 28. Got married at 25. So I was 3 years ahead of schedule when he already asked. So according to my plans, this wasn't supposed to go down yet. So I was like, he was like, you want to have a 3-year engagement? Well, yeah. Why not?
I'm gonna leave you before that.
I'm not waiting that long. I'm not waiting that. And what's crazy is you hear this man say, I'm not waiting that long to marry you. Like, if either we get married or we ain't. And I think it just came down to me being very starch and having my list, right? So we as women, you just, sometimes just go with the flow. Your list don't work all the time. I wanted to have my first child at 32, if that was an option, because I didn't even think I could have kids. So I wanted to just, wait.
You try to have dry ovaries, man.
So, and then I was thinking I probably can't even have kids anyway. I'm just going to be the cool auntie. So why not? Let's get married later and just, do what we want right now. And that's just kind of how I felt. He was not with it. He wasn't with it.
I don't play that, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of guys, a lot of you guys ask us all the time, how we met or how we keep things fun. And we thought this would be a good way to share because, when I looked at the video, and I love watching Will and Jada. I love watching them. I love the dynamic of their family. But I instantly thought of Dwight and I because the way we met was so unique and the way we just kept coming together. And from then on, we have been inseparable and we have made strides. And maybe another time we'll tell you, how we got from living in an apartment, losing homes, all types of stuff to, now owning our home and just doing pretty well for ourselves. It's another story for another time, but we just want to come on in here because we have gotten asked the question, how did y'all even meet? Like, we're so different.
Yeah, a lot of people do ask that.
Yeah, we're very different. Even when we were friends, we were different. We didn't really...
Yeah, our personalities are...
very different.
Super different.
So, but we have a lot of fun, and so we just wanted to share a little piece of our pillow talk with you because we were talking about it. And yeah, so nice job, Will and Jada. I hope
definitely inspiration
to one day be upset at Dwight for buying me a mansion. One of these days I'm gonna be like, but this ain't what I wanted. Yeah. So
terrible, man.
But yeah, y'all go watch the Red Table Talk. It was pretty dope. Hopefully, some of the things we said kind of hit home, some little points, and you enjoyed the video.